Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Troop Cookie Manager Training webinar. My name is Allison Mangles, and I am the Senior Product Sales Manager here at Girl Scouts of Connecticut. And this presentation is going to walk you through some of the basic information for the 2017-2018 cookie program. So we're going to start out with just some general information about what is the Girl Scout Cookie Program. So whether or not this is the very first time that you are volunteering to manage the program for your troop, or if you've been through this before, it's always a good reminder to just take a look at how amazing this program really is for our girls and for our volunteers who are a part of it. So first things first, the Cookie Program is the largest girl-run entrepreneurial program in the entire world. So that's pretty amazing right off the bat. It's an important and iconic part of the Girl Scout leadership experience, and it's also a program that grows with the girls as they move up. As you know in your experience with Girl Scouting and our programs, that it's all about progression. So there's always new things for the girls to learn, always additional skills for them to build on, and the Cookie Program is really another place where they can do that. When girls are part of the Cookie Program, they have a real-life business where they are their own CEOs. They learn about and they market products, they determine the best ways to connect with their different types of customers, and they surround themselves with a team who supports their goals. We're going to talk a little bit about goal setting farther in this presentation, but it's good for the girls to have a goal, and their team is really anyone who's going to support them, be it their fellow troop members, their family, neighbors, friends, anyone who has an interest in them succeeding in the Cookie Program. It's also a confidence-boosting, goal-crushing, totally team-building experience that girls cannot get anywhere else. It's right in line with our GIRL, which means girls are go-getters, innovators, risk-takers, and leaders. So you'll see some of that if you haven't already on GSUSA's website, on their Facebook page, really on anywhere where there are Girl Scouts right now, you see that GIRL logo and agenda information. So our theme for this year is All Together Awesome. So you will see that graphic on a lot of your different prints that you'll be receiving. You'll see those little smiley faces. And I really particularly like this theme because it's exciting in the fact that it's All Together Awesome, which totally represents the Cookie Program. But the thing with the Cookie Program is that some things are awesome to some girls, but there's another part of the program that another girl may find awesome. So they can really take a look at the program and get excited about different pieces of it and as a whole and really make it into their own. We know that all of our girls are unique, and so each of their cookie programs essentially is unique as well. You will also see a bit of a sub-theme on some of the information that you'll be receiving, which is Seize the Day, S-E-A-S, the day, and that's because we have a sea turtle as a mascot. So when we talk about some of the rewards later on and the cookie rally as well, you'll see sort of where that theme is coming into place. So two themes to remember, All Together Awesome and Seize the Day. Our cookie lineup for this year has remained unchanged. So you may recall that last year we had a brand new cookie in the Girl Scout S'mores, and that did very, very well. So it's back on the lineup for this year as well. The gluten-free Toffee-tastic is also back, as well as the 6 core cookies that we have: Savannah Smiles, Trefoils, Do-si-dos, Samoas, Tagalongs, and Cinnamons. Really, the only change that has happened to the cookies this year is to their boxes, and that's just because the nutrition labels have been updated to meet, the new FDA guidelines. So if you are someone who generally looks at nutrition labels in the store, you'll see that they have started to look more like this, and so that's the only change. But the ingredients are all the same. The number of cookies in the box is the same. The size of the cookies is the same. The size of the box is the same. So no other changes there. Just the information and the print on the outside of the box. But other than that, the cookies should be very familiar to your girls if they have sold before. And if this is their first time selling, then they will have an opportunity to get to know all of these amazing cookies. These are just some quick facts, and this is up on the website. I should let you guys know that this whole presentation, just the slides version, is up on the website, as well as, of course, the recording that you're listening to right now. So if you want to take a look back at any point at this presentation at any time, you can go ahead and do so. This slide is one that people have been asking a lot about as I've gone out to some meetings, just because it has some general information here and answer some of the top questions that sometimes customers have for our girls. This is definitely not a be-all and end-all, and I would definitely recommend that if customers are looking for certain nutritional or ingredient information, that they go on to littlebrowniebakers.com to get the information on those cookies. But this is some general information that's just a good resource for you and for the girls to know about the cookies. So, as a Troop Cookie Manager, you're listening to this presentation, and you have taken on this very important role within your troop. So, number one, let me just say thank you for doing that. We know that girls are super excited to participate in the cookie program. I know that new troop leaders, a lot of the times, the first questions they get from the girls is, when can we sell cookies? So, I know that the girls are definitely behind you here, and they are looking forward to a really fun program. So, thank you for stepping up to do this and for making the program an important part of the Girl Scout year for the girls in your troop. So here are some of the things that that you'll be looking to do. Now, there is actually a more specific job description inside of the program guide that you should have received from your Service Unit Cookie Manager, and we're going to talk about those materials in just a minute. So this is not, again, a be-all, end-all. There's a lot more information in there, but these are just some of the main points that we would ask you to keep in mind. And the first is to make sure that the girls have their program materials. So our sales will start on, their initial order taking sales will start on January 6th. So you definitely want to make sure that you have all the materials that you need and have gotten them out to the families before then, if possible. If you're kind of jumping into the program midstream, that's perfectly fine as well. Just let us know if you are in need of any additional materials, and we'll work out a way of getting those out to you. You'll be helping to plan and incorporate the cookie program activities into at least the first meeting where you're talking about cookies, and then since the cookie program does run for a couple of weeks, you should be able to do some other cookie activities in there as well. Each girl at every level, every year, has an opportunity to earn a cookie business badge. So definitely speak with your troop leader and see if that's on the table for this year and how those activities and when they are going to take place so the girls can earn that. You'll be enthusiastically training the girls and other troop volunteers about the cookie program and about some of the procedures as well. So we definitely want you to be positive about the program and excited about it. We're definitely excited that you are a part of it. So please, we know that enthusiasm breeds enthusiasm. So when you are giving out that information, please just do your best to be happy and enthusiastic and excited about it. You're going to use eBuddy to manage the cookie program. We're going to talk about what that system is in a little bit. Ensure that your troop's order is picked up on delivery day. Again, we're going to talk about delivery later on in this presentation, but just something to note. You will be coordinating troop booth sales, so you might be doing this in conjunction with another volunteer in your troop, and perhaps they're handling the booths and you're handling some other items for the program, however you'd like to make that happen. But we do want to make sure that the girls have the opportunity to participate in at least one cookie booth. You'll be collecting payment from the girls and then distributing out the cookie program rewards at the end of the program. So definitely a few highlights here, and your book has some more information as well. Our dates for the cookie program have remained fairly the same as last year. So if this is your second or third time around here, these shouldn't look too unfamiliar to you. So right now, in November and December, we are going out there, and I know that you are talking to your girls, picking up materials, and then talking to your girls about the cookie program. At the end of the month, December 18th, is when volunteers are going to receive emails for Digital Cookie, which is the online selling platform that girls can use. And on December 20th, the emails will go out to the girls' parents and guardians so that they can actually set up their page. We're going to talk about Digital Cookie later on in this presentation, but it's important that everybody have December 20th marked on their calendar so that you can check your email for that invitation. January 2nd is when eBuddy is going to open up for troop access. So again, we'll talk eBuddy in a minute. And then January 6th is when the girls will actually begin to take orders for cookies. So very exciting. We do ask that all girls wait until January 6th to begin taking orders, just so that it's fair for everyone. So please just make sure to remind your troop of that. That's also the date that we will have our 2 council-wide cookie rallies going on. And I have some further information on that on the next slide. In February, the girls will be doing their goal-getter orders. So initial order taking goes from January 6th through February 4th, but that doesn't mean that the cookie program is over. It just means that they have to let you know the order so that you can put them into eBuddy, and we can make sure those cookies come off the truck the first weekend in March. You will have goal-getter cards to give to the girls so that they can go ahead and continue taking orders throughout the months of February and March. March 3rd and 4th is cookie delivery weekend, so depending on where you are in the state and what site that you pick up from, you'll be picking up cookies either on that Saturday or that Sunday. We'll have more information on that as we get closer to the dates. Booth sales begin March 3rd and run through April 1st. And then our electronic payment deadlines are essentially the same as last year. 60% of the payment for the boxes that are picked up at that point is due on March 23rd, and then the final payment will be initiated on April 9th. So our cookie rallies we're very excited about. We have themed them as Seas the Day. So you'll see on the bottom there that SEAS the Day with our sea turtle mascot. There are 2 rallies going on January 6th between 11 and 3, one at the Shelton Intermediate School in Shelton and one at Rand High School in Hebron. So this is an event that's really geared towards younger girls, our daisies, brownies, and juniors, and then our older girls, cadets, seniors, and ambassadors, and adults can volunteer at the event. So what this is an open house style event, so girls can come either with their troop or with their families and participate in several different activities. So we will have 11 different stations for them to participate in. Some are games, some are a little bit more crafty, some are a little bit more active. So definitely something for everyone. The girls will all receive a cookie rally patch that's pictured here when they attend, and they'll have also some marketing materials to take home with them as well. You do not need to sign up ahead of time to attend this event. You can just come, again, as a troop or as a family, anytime between 11 and 3 to either of these locations, and the same activities will be taking place at both venues. So what are you actually receiving as the troop leader or troop cookie manager? So there are some materials that are for the troop and then some materials that are for the girls. So for the troop, you should receive a large envelope, and inside of that should be your cookie program guide that's pictured at the front of the screen here. And that really has all of the information that you need to have a successful cookie program. I don't expect you to memorize everything that's in this book, but please do use it as a resource as you go through the program. You also have a gift of caring flyer that's pictured on the bottom left-hand screen here that you can use at a cookie booth to publicize our Council's Gift of Caring program, and a receipt booklet. This booklet you should be using anytime parents or guardians pick up cookies from you and anytime you collect money from a parent or guardian. This just gives a record of product and money exchanging hands. There's a copy for you, there's a copy for the parent guardian. Everybody signs the receipts so that everybody's on the same page. Your Service Unit Cookie Manager has these materials for your troop. So if you have not picked them up just yet, please make sure to make arrangements with her so that you can get those. We also have them available at a council service center if it's more convenient for you just to come into the office and pick these up. You can just email us at productsales@gsofct.org if you need to pick up any materials. Now, each girl is also going to receive some items. She's going to receive an initial order card, which is the big glossy card. It's a little bit longer in stature. A goal-getter order card, which is the black and white cards. Those will be used. The goal-getter order cards are the ones that are used in February and March. She'll receive a money envelope so she can collect payment from her customers, and she's also going to receive a family newsletter, and that's pictured on the bottom right-hand screen here. It's really important that this information gets delivered out to the girls and their families, mostly so that the families understand what the cookie program is, what the girl will gain from participating in the program, and how important it is for her troop to be successful in this program. You'll also receive a box of trefoils to share with the girls and troop volunteers when you have your cookie program training or meeting with the girls when you distribute their items. So they can get a little taste of the oldest Girl Scout cookie and to get them excited about the program. The initial order card is where the cookie program really starts. So like I said, that's the larger glossy card. This is a picture of both the front and the back here. The front panel is where the girl will record her first name, her troop number, and then her goal. And then we're going to talk about goal setting in a little bit. So this could be her box goal, or this could be a goal for reaching out to customers, or it could be what the troop is planning to actually do with their cookie proceeds. Excuse me. Inside of the order card is where they're going to put in their personal goal, their troop goal, what their proceeds will be used from, and that's where they're going to record the customer information and their orders. There's actually a new line on the form this year. If you're brand new, this won't be any change for you because this will be all that you know. But if you are coming back for another year of Cookie Fun, I think you will appreciate that there is a new line now on the inside of that order card where girls can record the boxes that customers have ordered for girl delivery via digital cookie in the girls' digital order card. We're going to talk about digital cookie in a little bit, but essentially these are boxes that customers ordered from the girls during the initial order taking time. And the customer asked for the girl to come back and deliver these boxes in March, just like they would do if the customer had been asked face-to-face and the girl had written the information on the initial order card. So these boxes do need to be ordered in eBuddy and included with the girl's order. So this is just a nice place that reminds the girl and her parent guardian, oh yeah, we need to make sure the troop leader knows that we need these cookies It's right at the bottom of the form, and they can go ahead and fill that out and then add it to all the other boxes on the form so we can make sure that all of our customers' orders are filled. The back panel is where the rewards are listed. So we're going to go over rewards in a little bit, but there's different types of rewards based on the different parts of the program. There's rewards based on total sales. You'll see that they are all very sea turtle and mermaid themed this year. I can tell you all that we actually brought all the award possibilities out to camp this summer, to our summer camp, and the girls voted on them. So if you're wondering where these rewards came from, these are the ones that the girls really wanted, and so we made sure that they ended up on the order card here. So we're excited about it, and hopefully the girls will like these rewards as well. So where can you get some more information about the cookie program? So in addition to the guide and then just using your Service Unit Cookie Manager as a resource, we do have some information up on our website. Right now, we're still working on getting this updated for the year, but I'm going to show you now exactly where that information is. So if you go on to gsofct.org and you click on the Cookies and QSP, hover over the Cookies and QSP tab and then click Cookie Volunteer Resources, it will bring you to this page. So as you scroll down here, you'll see that we have information about training, we have information about the cookie rallies that's up here right now, and then we have a few resources that have already started to be uploaded to the site here. So the training, just the slides from this presentation, Cookies for Heroes flyer, a box wrap for Cookies for Heroes as well, and then the program troop guide. We will be adding up here the one-page PDFs on these different types of topics in the green box here. And this is so that you'll have, if you just have a question about a specific topic or, oh, I'm a little bit confused about goal-getter sales and how this works, you can go ahead and just click on one of those forums and we'll be able to give you some additional information. You also have links up there to eBuddy, which is the place where we manage the cookie program where you'll enter in your orders and place your reward order and all kinds of fun stuff. A link to Little Brownie Bakers and a lot of their resources as well. We also have a weekly email that goes out called the Cookie Recipe. This started to go out on December 2nd, so you may have already received an issue or two in your inbox. If you haven't received anything yet, please email productsales@gsofct.org so that we can make sure that we get you onto the distribution list. This is an important email because it keeps you on track throughout the cookie season. So sort of tells you what you should be paying attention to at any point in time and sort of gives you some pointers as we move along in the season. So definitely a good resource for you. If there's someone else in your troop, so if you've been receiving these, but there's someone else in your troop who is also assisting with the cookie program, please make sure that you have them contact us so that we can make sure they're receiving the information too. Inside of your troop guide, the cookie program troop guide, there's a lot of safety information. One of the most important things here when we talk about safety is to make sure that you're actually sharing that safety information with the other volunteers in your troop or parents who are helping out with the cookie program and with the girls so that everybody understands what the expectations are. We definitely want to make sure that our girls are having fun in the cookie program, but that they're doing it in a safe way. So that starts off just by making sure all of our girls are registered and they have an annual consent form completed. This gives the girls permission, the parents are giving the girls permission to sell cookies and that they are going to be financially responsible, for collecting funds and handling their Girl Scouts sale. So it's really important to have all of that on file. Girls should wear something to identify them as Girl Scouts. Their uniform would be great if they have one, but otherwise some type of Girl Scout pin or shirt or something so that when they're approaching customers, they know that they are Girl Scouts. Girls who are older can go ahead and use social networking sites. We just want to make sure that they are using them within a controlled audience and not to complete strangers online. And that should also always be monitored by an adult. Younger girls, their parents can assist them with social media in the way that the adult can post on their own page and assist their girl that way. Girls should never be giving out personal information about themselves. On those order cards, it should really just be the girl's first name. She should never tell anyone what school she goes to or any other types of details. The customers just need to know the Girl Scout's name, and then, the troop number is also on the order card if the girl fills that in. There is additional cookie selling information in Chapter 9 of Volunteer Essentials and in the Product Sales Safety Activity Checkpoint. So we definitely encourage you to review those as well as the information that's inside of the guide. Some additional safety tips is that we just want to make sure that even our older girls, they can sell with the buddy system, but we want to make sure that a parent or guardian always knows, or a troop volunteer always knows where the girls are when they're participating in the program. And that goes the same when they are on the internet as well. Girls should sign the Girl Scout Internet Safety Pledge before they begin participating in digital cookie or sending emails online regarding the cookie program. And just for booth sale information, we want to make sure we have both girls and adults present at the booth sales at all times and that money is safeguarded. Goal setting is one of the most important parts of the cookie program. We have goals in a variety of different levels here, starting up with the service unit, which is the community in which your troop is in, your troop itself, and then each girl. So when we're creating a plan to reach a goal, sharing the goal, and securing support, that's where girls really see success in the cookie program. It's also important to point out that goal setting is one of the 5 skills that girls learn when they participate in the cookie program. And it's not just about learning their skill, it's about building on this skill every year. So in addition to goal setting, the girls learn decision making, money management, business ethics, and people skills as well. So some really powerful, very important skills that our girls get to learn at a young age through this entrepreneurial program. Inside of your cookie program troop guide, there's a little training section that you can follow when you're talking to the girls, and there's a nice section in there to get them started with the conversation about goal setting as well. So please do refer to that when you meet with your troop. Now, we talk a lot about box goals. A lot of girls, I want to sell 150 boxes of cookies, or I want to sell 200 boxes of cookies, which is really great. But there are other things that the girls can focus on as well. And it's okay for them to have many different types of goals. So you're going to see from here on out in the presentation, these stars that are listed as golden opportunities. And those are any time that there's an opportunity for goal setting in the cookie program. So this will help you to have that conversation with your troop. And it doesn't have to be just one conversation. The cookie program has different layers to it. We have the initial order taking part, we have the goal getting part, we have booth sales, and it allows for several opportunities as a troop cookie manager or troop leader to check back in with the girls and see how they're doing and working towards their goals. Or if they've hit a goal, awesome, celebrate that, and then set another one. Maybe there's something else in the program that she could be working towards. So a few different ideas for goal setting could include meeting some new people, earning special rewards in the program, earning additional troop proceeds that they can put towards upcoming activities or fun adventures the girls are planning to take, helping the service unit to earn funds, developing new skills. The list really is endless, but these are just a couple of them here. So please feel free to share these with your girls and to have it be a part of your goal setting conversation. Troops earn money off of every box that is sold in the cookie program, and we call that troop proceeds. Last year, we introduced troop tiered proceeds for our troops, and essentially what that means is the more boxes of cookies the girls sell, the higher the troop can earn on every box. So last year, we were very excited with the results. Our troops earned $92,000 just in tiered proceeds last year. So that's money that they would not have earned at all if we hadn't gone ahead and introduced this program. So we were really happy about that. And the cool thing, as I'm sure you know about Girl Scouting and the proceeds, is that our girls get to really make those important decisions about how this money is made. So think about the financial power that the girls in our state have, when they have these thousands of dollars here that's funding their experience, and they get to decide how to use it. So the way this works is the same as last year, is that it's based on the troops per girl selling average. So if the troop averages between 1 and 100 boxes of cookies per girl who's participating in the program, they'll earn 85 cents per box. So everybody starts off at 85 cents per box. If that average goes over 100 boxes and up to 150, then the girls could earn 90 cents per box in troop proceeds. And if it goes above 150, then they can earn 95 cents per box. Girls who are juniors or older, their troop may decide that they are, working towards a special trip, or they're funding a special project, and they would like to forego their rewards in place of some additional proceeds. And so they can actually take an additional 10 cents per box. So those proceeds go from 95 cents to $1 to $1.05 per box. Girls in troops who are taking additional rewards are still going to earn all their patches cookie credits, initial order cookies for heroes, and digital cookie rewards, and everything at the 750 box level and above. The girls do need to vote on this, and it is a majority rule, so they'll just need to have a conversation within their troop and decide if they would like to take the additional proceeds or continue to take the rewards. But this is definitely a golden opportunity when you're talking with your girls about a box goal, because if you can get everybody, up to 101 boxes, you are earning an additional 5 cents per box. If you can get everybody up to 150 boxes, then you're up to 95 cents per box, and that could really make a difference when it comes to funding activities for the rest of the year. Another opportunity is a new reward that we have that connects both the QSP program and the cookie program. So you may have heard about this during QSP time, and there's one level for girls and one level for troops. So for girls, if they sold $75 in the QSP program, any combination of nuts, candy, magazines, photo keepsakes, everything, and they go ahead and they sell at least 85 boxes in the cookie program, they're going to earn a special patch. It's up in the corner there, and it features the mascot from the QSP program, which is a superhero cat, and the mascot from the cookie program, which is the sea turtle. For troops, this reward is based on the per girl selling average. So if a troop had an average of $120 per girl selling in the QSP program and then hit 125 box average in the cookie program, those troops are going to earn an additional 2 cents per box in proceeds for every box of cookies that they sell in the 2018 cookie season. So that can be a nice bonus for a lot of our troops out there. And we did have several troops who have already hit this, and several girls who have already hit the first part of this reward during the QSP program. So I would definitely encourage troops to continue working towards this during the duration of the cookie program as well. eBuddy is going to automatically calculate this additional 2 cents for the troops who earn this reward, so it's not something that you need to worry about. We'll just go ahead and get that information in the system, and everything will calculate out for you. GSUSA has a new contest going on, and this really is a golden opportunity like no other, because this is an opportunity for a girl to go ahead and submit a cookie resume. And even if she hasn't participated in the cookie program just yet, this is her first time, she can still go ahead and submit what she would like to do in the program. But it's a good way for the girls to reflect on what they've learned in the program, what they're looking forward to, certain things that they've done. They get to earn a cool patch, and every girl who enters has a chance to be featured on a Girl Scout cookie box for next year. So the bakery is actually redoing the pictures on the outside of the boxes, and I really, really would love for a girl from Connecticut to be featured on a cookie box. So definitely let your girls know that this is an opportunity. Inside in your troop program guide, towards the back of the book, there's a whole one-page flyer all about this contest. So please make sure that you share that with your troop families, take a picture of it or make some copies, and make sure that they have that information. To be clear, though, this is an entry that girls and their families are going to do together. So if you were part of the cookie program last year, you might remember that we had a GSUSA Cookie Troop 100, and that was a troop-based type of contest. But this is for girls and their families. So please just make sure you're spreading the word. Girls can begin entering on January 2nd, and entries close on April 30th. And they just need to access the website that's here on the screen, girlscouts.org/cookiepro, to go ahead and enter. So let's make sure we have a girl from Connecticut on one of these new boxes. Customer support is really one of the most important parts of the cookie program. So girls want to use different techniques to reach out to customers. They want to connect with more customers in order to reach their goals. So I would, during this cookie season, task each of you with encouraging your girls to try to contact customers in a way they haven't used before, or challenge them to expand their list of potential customers. So if they haven't used Digital Cookie yet, now would be a great time for them to really get on there and sort of leverage the power of that program. Or if they've only ever spoken with friends and family, then maybe they would like to sort of think outside the box a little bit and reach out to some other people. These are some ways that girls have had success in the past contacting customers. We know that we have some very creative girls out there selling cookies. So, if there's something else that they would like to do that's not on this list, they can go ahead and do so. But definitely start off by selling to family and friends, and then moving on to digital cookie sales, going door to door if that's possible in their neighborhoods, calling up people that they know, If it's possible for them to sell cookies at a parent guardian's workplace, that's always something fun to do. Or, the girls can get as creative as possible by making their own business cards, making their own flyers, making their own door hangers. It's really, we've seen some fabulous things from girls over the years. So however they would like to sort of expand their customer list or expand the ways that they're reaching out to customers, we would encourage them to do so. We're going to talk about a couple of different parts of the program now. And the Cookies for Heroes part of the program is really important to our council, and it's something that our girls have really grasped onto over the last couple of years and really like to be a part of. So the way that this program works is that girls can offer their customers an opportunity to support her troop and at the same time donate towards this program. So customers purchase cookies, and then we are able to give them out to our gift of caring partners, and those cookies go to women and men who are currently serving in the military, to our veterans, and to local heroes. So we work with organizations all around the state to get these cookies out to people who are here at home, people who are overseas, just a vast network of amazing groups that we get to work with, and we are able to thank our heroes with some Girl Scout cookies. So it's really nice for the girls and for the customers as well. Girls can ask customers to support Cookies for Heroes by sending them emails through digital cookies. There's an option there for customers to buy boxes for this program. They can have the customers purchase boxes during initial order taking or during goal getter order taking. There's a spot right on both of those order cards for donated boxes to be recorded, and they can do it during a cookie booth sale. I would definitely encourage every girl to have a goal for Cookies for Heroes in addition to her actual box goal. Just because it's something else for them to work towards, and I think that when they have a goal, it helps them to speak to the program a little bit better, and they also can earn special rewards for their Cookies for Heroes boxes. So the first one that they can earn is a patch. So any girl who sells one box for Cookies for Heroes, or if your troop has decided to do a local gift of caring project, which means you are asking customers to donate cookies that will be brought to a local food pantry or other organization, that's fine as well. They'll earn a patch for that. Girls who sell at least 15 boxes of Cookies for Heroes will also earn a bracelet set. Super cute. It's got the little turtles on it, and that's just for Cookies for Heroes sales. Cookies for Heroes boxes are also counted towards the girl's overall box goal. So the more Cookies for Heroes boxes that she sells, the higher her actual total goal, her total sale will be as well. Digital Cookie is a fantastic way for girls to not only contact customers, but to also have some fun and learn new skills. So there are 3 types of ways that girls can ask customers to support them through Digital Cookie. So they can purchase cookies, pay online, and have the girl deliver the cookies to them in March. They can purchase cookies and have those boxes shipped to them directly in about 5 to 7 days, or they can make a donation for Cookies for Heroes. I should point out that a donation can be added onto a shipped or a girl-delivered order. It doesn't have to just be by itself. So customers, may decide they want 3 boxes of cookies for themselves, but are also would like to donate 2 boxes for Cookies for Heroes, and that would be perfectly fine as well. There is a shipping fee for all of the shipped orders, and that's based on the number of boxes that are purchased. So that's up here on the bottom right-hand corner. I will say that obviously the main benefit of having cookies shipped to you is that you don't have to wait for them. They come directly to your home and they come quickly. So if somebody lives out of state, you might not see them, but they really, really want to order tag-alongs from a girl, they can go ahead and do that this way. So we have actually shipped cookies to several states. We've had customers from all 50 states plus Washington, D.C., but we have shipped to, I know, over 40 states as well. So we also have people who want cookies shipped to them right here in Connecticut. So it's definitely up to the customer how they would like to select that. I will remind you, though, that the girl delivery option is only available during initial order taking. So during January 6th through February 4th, that will be available. After that, just the direct ship and Cookies for Heroes ordering options will be available to customers. This is just some more information that breaks down the different types of orders, but essentially, the difference here is that, those shipped boxes arrive quite quickly. The girl delivery boxes, the girl will deliver in March when she receives the rest of her order. There's also some different eBuddy information here as far as where the boxes show up in eBuddy, but we'll get into that in our eBuddy webinar that we'll have up in a couple of weeks. So I don't want anyone to get bogged down with that at this moment, but please, you can come back and refer to this slide at any time for more information. So how do we do this digital cookie thing? The most important thing for troop families and for leaders and cookie managers to know right now is to check your email. So at the beginning of the presentation, we talked about dates, and I talked about these 2 dates in December. This is when the emails are going to be generated by Digital Cookie and sent out for our council to anyone who's listed as a troop leader, and then for girls who are registered and have a parent guardian email address associated with their registration. So on the 18th is when volunteers will receive their emails. On the 20th is when parent guardians who do not volunteer with the troop will go ahead and receive the email as well. If a family does not receive the email invitation, things are a little easier this year for them to actually get that invite. So they can go right to the Digital Cookie website that's up on the screen here, or they can contact product sales. If they cannot find their email and they've checked their spam folder, they've checked their junk folder, it's nowhere to be found, they can go on to that website and they can request another email be sent to them. So if they registered with their Gmail account and they're like, oh, I can't find this, I can't find it, they can go in, have the system regenerate an email to them, and get it. I can tell you if you're a Gmail user, this email is probably sitting in your promotions folder. I have Gmail for my personal email, and I have all kinds of stuff that ends up in that folder that I actually really need. So that's just a note on Gmail there. If they can't remember what email address they actually registered their Girl Scout with when they signed up, in the fall to be a part of the troop, they can search and see, what email did I actually use, and then go ahead and regenerate the email to them. If a girl, registered for Girl Scouts on January 5th, and now it's at 10 o'clock at night, and now it's January 6th at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, chances are she has not yet been uploaded into Digital Cookie. So in that case, if she's not, in the system just yet, the parent guardian should email product sales directly, and we can take care of that request. But I do think that having this new system available for people to regenerate the email will really be helpful, and people will be able to gain access to the site much more quickly than they have been able to in the past. Now, once they're actually in, once the parent guardian and her Girl Scout are actually in, they're going to watch a safety video and then set up their site. So the girl's going to be asked to share her cookie goal, to share a story. She can upload a picture, she can make a video and upload it, and then the parent or guardian will actually approve and publish the site. So nothing goes out onto the internet without the parent or guardian's permission. This is a golden opportunity because it's just a good exercise for the girls to go ahead and actually set up their website. It's fun, and it's a way of really thinking about the cookie program and building some computer skills that they might not get elsewhere. There's also some fun games up on the website, and there are ways to earn badge requirements towards their cookie business badges as well. So I would definitely encourage everyone to check it out and to get on Digital Cookie. Starting January 6th, girls can go ahead and actually start sending emails out to customers. The reason why we send out the emails a little bit earlier on December 20th is so that the girls have some time to actually set up their site, and so that they're ready to go. Everything is set, launched, published, they're ready, set, and going to start selling on January 6th. So they can do everything leading up to that point in getting the site set up, and then January 6th is when the order taking actually begins. So they can go ahead and send emails, they can share the link on social media, they can text the link out. I can tell you that girls are definitely going to want to send 15 emails because that's what the patch is based on. But other than that, they can go ahead and get their site out, their link out to as many people as possible. The Digital Cookie app is also back for this year in the App Store, one for Apple, one for Android. So if a parent guardian would like to use their mobile device to have customers order cookies directly on the phone, they can go ahead and do that as well. There's also an area where the girls will just track their goals. So they will put their goal into the website. They can actually put in their sales numbers from their paper orders as well if they want to see everything together. But there's some really nice visuals for the girls as they can watch their sales grow. So we already talked about the patch, so definitely set that goal at 15 or more emails. And then girls who sell, the next one is on an actual box sales. Girls who sell 40 or more boxes through Digital Cookie will earn a special Samoa's pouch as well. And again, all the Digital Cookie boxes count towards the total box sale as well. So the more they sell online, the larger their actual sale will be. We are super, super excited about our initial order reward this year. So there's 2 of them. The first one, and this is for girls who sell 120 boxes, and it's just for initial order sales. So just those sales from January 6th to February 4th. They will earn a mermaid blanket. This is a full-size blanket. It fits an adult. I've tried it on. It's super comfortable. It's soft. It's got a Samoa turtle on it, and I don't know anybody who would not want to earn one of these. So definitely please make sure that your girls know that this is a possibility. I mean, it is on their order card, but please point that out to them so they can go ahead and earn that. The second level is at 150 boxes, and when they earn that, when they get to that point, they will receive the artist roll and the mermaid blanket all together. So I would encourage girls to set their initial order at 120 boxes so that they can earn this one, and then if they hit 120 boxes, they can start working towards 150 to earn this reward as well. The initial order rewards, not only are they only the boxes counted in that one part of the sale, but these rewards come in a little bit earlier than the final reward, so the girls will actually have an opportunity to use their blankets, in the wintertime and use their artist rolls before their other rewards are received in the springtime. As a troop, girls have an opportunity to earn another reward during initial order time as well, and these are pillowcases for the troop. So if the troop averages at least 120 boxes or more, all the girls who have sales will receive these. Today is going to be altogether awesome pillowcases. You can also order up to 2 pillowcases for troop adults, so that, if you're all doing an overnight together, or if you just really want a pillowcase, you can go ahead and order that in eBuddy. In the past, this has been an automatic thing where we've added the 2 items on, but some of our volunteers have told us that they perhaps are not in need of these items, so we don't want people to be upset if they're getting something that they don't want. So you can just go ahead. There's just a space in eBuddy where you'll be able to add 1 or 2 pillowcases for troop adults. Just to point out that every single box that's ordered on the initial order counts towards this average. So anything the girls sell for Cookies for Heroes, for Digital Cookie, for pre-ordered boost sales, which we're going to talk about in a minute, all of that counts towards the girls' average. So really, the more customers that the girls can reach out to in the month of January, the better their chances are going to be of hitting this average, of getting this pillowcase, and then also individually earning their mermaid blanket and their artist roll. We offer something in our council called the Boost Sale Bonus, and this means that troops can order additional cases of cookies with their initial order, and for every 20 cases of cookies that are ordered, you receive a $20 bonus. Now, you can order 1 case of cookies on your initial order if you want to. That's perfectly fine, but the bonus is for every 20 cases. So what are the reasons to do this? Well, first, those initial order cases will bump up the average for the girls to earn the pillowcases. So, if you're really close anyway, and you're like a case or 2 away, you might want to just go ahead and order those cookies to have them on hand. You earn more in tiered proceeds. Of course, we talked, with the tiered proceeds earlier, that the more boxes you sell, the higher proceeds that you can earn. So definitely the more boxes you order, the higher your proceeds. And you just have some cookies available, so you don't have to go to the cupboard maybe that first weekend, or you have some cookies on hand to fill your goal getter orders. So it's important that we encourage the girls to be a part of the conversation when we're talking about ordering these extra cases of cookies. These cookies cannot be returned to a cookie cupboard. So whatever you order on the initial order is the property of the troop. So for brand new troops who don't really have a history of boost sales, I might say, see how this year goes, and then think about maybe ordering some cases next year since you'll have a bit of a history. If you're a troop who always does 2, 3, 4 boost sales, and you know that you're going to blow through these cookies, you might as well go ahead and order a set for your troop or 2. But we want to make sure that we're talking to the girls before we go ahead and make those decisions. So check in with the girls. At the time that you're placing this initial order for additional boxes, you'll know what your girls have already sold. Talk to them. Are we close to reaching our goals? How many more boxes do we plan to sell? How many more customers do they plan to ask? Share the information from last year if you participated last year. What did you sell during boots last year? Did you sell a lot of tag-alongs? Did you need more cookies? Did you have too many cookies? And then decide how many booths the girls are going to hold, because we want to make sure if you're ordering booth cookies that we've got girls who are willing and able to commit to being at these booth sales. So definitely a conversation that you want to have up front. If you are concerned about, you're not sure how many cookies to order, your service unit cookie manager is definitely your best resource. They're going to have a really good idea for what locations do generally sell how many boxes of cookies and sort of how many should be ordered. Your product sales manager can give you an idea as well. This is really just an opportunity for troops. It's not mandatory to pre-order any cases of cookies, but many troops do find it to be helpful and convenient for them, and we're happy to offer that bonus as well. So eBuddy is the online management tool that you'll use, at the service unit level uses, that we use at the council level to manage the cookie program. So there's going to be written instructions and also some webinars coming out, so you don't have to write all this down right now. They'll be very step-by-step as far as what you'll need to do in eBuddy. But pretty much you're going to make sure that all the contact information is correct. This is where you enter in your girls' order so that we know how many boxes of cookies your troop actually needs. You'll be recording payment information in there from the girls. You'll put your booth sale information in there. It's really important that you not only use eBuddy, to enter in items, but that you're also taking a look at it throughout the program as well. So there's a troop sales report on eBuddy that gets updated every time you pick up cookies. If you are bringing cookies back on consignment to the cupboard, it gets updated. And it also has the financial information as far as how much money is due from the troop at any time. So please just make sure that you are logging in there. More than one person in your troop can have access to eBuddy. That's up to you. We will have uploaded the leader information, but if you have another cookie manager who needs to be in there, you can go ahead and add them in so that they can see this information as well. Your product sales manager can also add people into your troop in eBuddy to view or enter information to. This is the website for eBuddy. At the moment, I'm recording this on December 10th. At the moment, we are still updating some information in eBuddy and completing our uploads so that we have those all set for you. But once those are complete, you will have access to eBuddy starting January 2nd as a troop cookie manager. So you can go ahead and access the system, make sure all your girls are actually entered in there and sort of get a feel for it. You can't break eBuddy, so feel free just to go in there. Of course, if you do have a question or you think you might have put something in incorrectly, just reach out to your service unit cookie manager or a member of the product sales team, and we'll be happy to go in there and figure out what's going on. Even if you've been in eBuddy before, so even if you were in eBuddy last cookie season, everyone's password, mine got reset, the director of product sales gets reset, everyone's gets reset every year to a generic password. This year's password is right up on the screen here, TOF9289. So the password that you used last year is not going to work. You'd want to go ahead and enter this the first time that you go in, and then you'll be able to review and update your information as necessary. Most of eBuddy will remain pretty much the same as it was last year. So really no changes in there. So if you've been in the system before, really no surprises. There is one new addition, which is this new Troop eBuddy app. Now this is just for Troop volunteers, and you will have eBuddy on your mobile device, in your pocket, in your purse, with you at all times. So you can go ahead and see it. It does most of what the desktop version of the website can do. I can tell you that you cannot add girls to the troop on your phone, and you cannot select your delivery time on your phone. But you can enter in orders. You can view that sales report at any time. There's other resources on there that you can access. I do just want to caution you, because I am like most of you, when I'm doing something on my phone, I tend to maybe rush through it a little bit and to not be paying as much attention as when I'm actually sitting at a computer and doing something. So please, if you are going to use this app to be entering in your girls' orders or ordering rewards, please just make sure that you are taking the time to really make sure that you don't have any typos, that the boxes are in there correctly, and that we're ordering the right amount of cookies for you. We do go through these orders, and if we see something crazy, we can usually catch it. Like if someone's ordering, everything looks kind of normal, and then you're ordering like 2,222 boxes of trefoils, that's generally an indication that something wacky happened there during entry. But please just I don't want to tell you not to use the app. I think it's going to be really great for you to have it as a convenience, but please just make sure that we're being careful as we're entering in that information, on our phones. Cookie delivery is very exciting. It's going to take place March 3rd and 4th, and this is where all troops are going to pick up the cookies that were ordered on the initial order. Now, if you're brand new to this, I do want you to know that you will have some boxes that are extras or roundup boxes. So what this means, and this will be explained in more detail in the eBuddy instructions, but what this means is that we pick up in full cases on this day, and there are 12 boxes to a case. So let's say, for example, your girls ordered together 142 boxes of Thin Mints. Well, that's not a full case. So 142 of those boxes are for girl orders, and you're going to have 2 additional boxes to make 144, which is 12 cases of 12. And those 2 boxes belong to the troop. So you'll be able to go ahead and use those to fill go-getter orders, or those will be like the first 2 Thin Mints that you sell at your booth sale. So please just know that when you come to the line, you will be getting full cases of cookies. So how does this work? The first thing that you're going to need to do is enter in all of your girls' orders in eBuddy. All right. Then you're going to reserve a time to pick up your cookies. So when you put your order in, you're going to press submit. You just submit once. A box is going to pop up that's going to tell you to go ahead and go take your time for delivery. On the delivery tab in eBuddy, you'll be able to say, oh, okay, this is the location I'm at, awesome, and I'm going to come at this time. It's, a window of time on either that Saturday or Sunday, generally in the morning. Some of our larger deliveries do go into the afternoon. You're also going to coordinate some troop volunteers. So we need to have 2 adults per car picking up cookies. 1 adult drives the vehicle. They never leave the vehicle. And the other adult counts the number of cases that are loaded into the car. You are going to sign for these cases of cookies at the end of the line. So you're going to want to make sure that whoever that counter is really paying attention to the cookies that are being moved into the car. Talk to your parents now, or other volunteers in your troop now, to make sure that we have enough people on delivery day to go and pick up these cookies. So your service unit cookie manager will know if your delivery is on Saturday the 3rd or Sunday the 4th, or your product sales manager can give you that information as well. If you need more than 1 vehicle, depending on how many cookies you have and the size of the vehicle, that's fine. We just need to make sure that you let all of the volunteers know the date, the time, the location, and everybody needs to be there from your troop who's actually driving and counting. Everyone needs to be there before we can have you go through the line. So you might want to just do some arranging early on to make sure that you have people available on that day, and that it's marked on their calendar and that they'll be set to go. We're also always in need of volunteers to help us unload cases of cookies. So even if you physically are not able to do it, or personally are going to be one of the drivers in the car and you just can't help out that day, that's fine, but you might know other people, or you might be part of a civic group or a service organization who might want to come help us. There are sites all around the state that we would be happy to take some help at. It's also good for high school students who are looking for community service hours as well. So just let us know if you are interested, or if anyone you know is interested, and you can go ahead and send us an email at productsales@gsofct.org with any volunteer information that you have. Now, once you have your cookies, you're going to need to count the boxes out for the girls' orders using what you entered into eBuddy. You will have wanted to give in your troop family some information prior about when and where to pick up the cookies. So you might be using your co-leader's garage. You might meet at a church and you've reserved the church hall, to unload and then sort all of your cookies. That's totally up to you, but just please make sure that your families know when and where to get those cookies. It's important then that, once you've counted out, maybe you've split all the orders up, but then when the families come, a parent or guardian comes to pick up those cookies, that they also count them, that you both sign the receipt. That's why we give you that receipt booklet that I talked about earlier, so that everyone is square and knows exactly what boxes of cookies were actually picked up. This transfers the responsibility for delivering and collecting funds for these cookies to the family. So once they become once they go to the family, they're now responsible for taking care of all of that. In the rare instance that we have any type of issue with collecting payment from families, you'll just need to have that receipt. So please just keep all of your receipts together in a safe, secure place until the cookie program is is all done in April. But definitely just make sure the most important thing on this slide is that you have a plan and that you communicate it out to your troop families. And bonus points for anyone who shows up to pick up their cookies in this awesome VW van here with a Samoa surfboard. I love this picture. Okay, so February and March are altogether awesome months for cookie sellers. I know January gets most of the love because that's when the initial order sales are taking place, but goal-getter sales are just that. It's where girls really meet their goals. There's still 2 more months, February and March, for girls to keep going. Just keep selling, keep having fun, keep reaching out to people. You know, there might be people who they missed or who they just didn't get a chance to contact in January. It's definitely not too late. Digital Cookie is still open, still a great time for them to be taking orders for Cookies for Heroes. And of course, participating in goal-getter sales, they're a great way for a troop to increase that per gross selling average and earn additional proceeds. So again, a really great time to check in with girls is right at the beginning of February or mid-February. Where are we? What are we still working towards here, and how are we going to reach our goals? Cookie booths take place from March 3rd to April 1st. This is where the girls are outside, usually in front of a business, sometimes inside if they're lucky, selling cookies. So it's essentially a pop-up shop. So your service unit has a procedure that's followed. So each service unit kind of has their own way of handling cookie booths. There's a person in your service unit who's a point person. It might be your service unit cookie manager. A lot of service units have a volunteer who just handles booths. They're the booth coordinator. So you're just going to want to check in with your service unit to see sort of how the sites, what the rules are as far as cookie booths and reserving booths are in your service unit. So that's what the booth is. Of course, the girls can develop a wide range of skills when they participate in the booth. So they participate in direct sales opportunities. They have an opportunity to do some marketing to create eye-catching table displays. They're safely handling some money. So really, really good skills that they may not get in other parts of the cookie program. So that's why we encourage every troop to hold at least one cookie booth if possible. The troop benefits, of course, because they earn proceeds on the boxes sold. And then absolutely Cookies for Heroes out at your booths. You have your flyer, you have your, you can get a box wrap from the cupboard that fits around a Thin Mint box, so you can display it on the table with the other box of cookies so that customers know that they have this donation option. And the girls can also make additional Cookies for Heroes displays if they would like to. The girls get super creative with their displays. Sometimes they have different themes just for the cookie booth in general. So I would definitely encourage you to start planning your booths you know, with the service unit as soon as you can. But the girls can, you know, now even in December or January, if you're listening to this presentation, then they can be talking about their theme and getting decorations or whatever they'd like together now. They don't need to wait until they know the exact, you know, date and time of the booth sale to do that. So you can stock a cookie booth in a couple of different ways. The first, which we talked about earlier, was if you'd like to, you can pre-order some cookies, and those cookies will come off the truck with the rest of your initial order. Then you just have them on hand and you could bring them to the booth sale. If you choose not to do that, that's okay. We'll have lots of cookie cupboards open all around the state. A cookie cupboard, they're generally volunteer run and they're open on a set schedule. And that's where we have lots of cookies. These are mostly in volunteers' homes, but we also have some in our offices. Cookies can be picked up to fill goal-getter orders or to stock the cookie booths. They'll be open in March, and then we'll have a full list of council cookie cupboards available in February. Some of you may be in a service unit who has their own cookie cupboard. Check in with your service unit cookie manager to see if that is the case. The way that will work is that there'll be someone in your area, either in your town or in a town close by in your service unit, who will have these cookies, and they'll have a schedule, and you'll know who that person is, and you'll be able to pick up from them. Just the people from your service unit pick up from that cupboard. Council cupboards are open all around the state, and anybody can come pick up there. So here's the thing. You may live up in, let's say, Torrington, but you work in Hartford. Maybe it's easier for you to get cookies in Hartford. That's perfectly fine. You don't need to get cookies from the cupboard that's closest to you. It can just be whichever cupboard is most convenient for you to visit. So we'll have a list of those council cookie cupboards out in February so that you can go ahead and, you know, we'll have the list and we'll have the schedule of when they're open so that you can go ahead and best plan when and where you're going to get your cookies. So a few notes on financing here. So is a lot of money that is generated and also exchanged during the cookie program. So we know that this is definitely the #1 way that our troops are funded for their Girl Scout activities. So we just want to make sure everyone's on the same page as far as finances are concerned. So payment for cookies by customers to be made when they actually receive their cookies. So we don't collect money up front for boxes of cookies. Only payments, the only exception would be if a customer is only ordering Cookies for Heroes or local Gifts of Caring. There are no physical boxes to bring back to that customer, so yes, the money should be collected up front for those. But otherwise, the money should be collected when the girls actually deliver the boxes of cookies. This is part of the business ethics skill development that the girls are learning, where they're taking an order and they're promising to fill it and then collect payment upon the fulfillment of the order. Troops are financially responsible for any cookies that they order on the initial order, those picked up to fill go-getter orders, and all the cookies sold at booth sales. Troops can take cookies out full cases on consignment from the cupboard for their booth sales. They can return any full unopened cases of cookies back to the cupboard. Once that transaction takes place, you'll see the return in eBuddy. The troop is responsible for anything that is left. So anything that was sold, and if you have a couple boxes that, maybe you opened a case and you've got, 3 boxes of Do-Si-Dos left and 5 boxes of trefoils, the troop is responsible for those boxes as well. So please just reach out to your troop families if you have a couple boxes left after a booth sale. You're going to want to use those to fill any goal-getter orders, and then just to, have the girls sell until the program ends. Payment for cookies purchased through Digital Cookie is automatically recorded in eBuddy. Those are all credit and debit card payments. No one needs to collect any money for boxes that are ordered online. Very simple. And then eBuddy is going to go ahead and calculate the troops' proceeds and the amount of what the payment is going to be. We are using the same payment process that we used last year when we switched to the electronic payment ACH process. Now, good news for you guys. If you participated in QSP and Election Day booth sales back in the fall, you already have completed your ACH authorization form for the entire Girl Scout year. So you do not need to complete another payment authorization form. If you did not participate in those programs, or your troop just got started and you missed out on that opportunity, that's okay. The electronic payment ACH authorization form is up online. It's actually, I'll show you guys back on that page with all of the resources. It's right here. So here's the authorization form. Here's the terms of agreement. And here's also the FAQ. So you just want to go right onto this website, the Cookie Volunteer Resources part of our website, and complete this form. It's very simple. Your service unit, your troop number, what your position is, your contact information, and then the information for the troop's account. We will use this information to initiate payments for the cookie program. Let's get back into our slideshow here. Excellent. So this is the schedule that the payments are going to take place. So the first payment is going to be initiated on March 23rd, and that's going to be for 60% of the funds due at that time. So your sales report in eBuddy is going to tell you the total amount due at any given point in time. So between March 21st and March 23rd, make sure that you're going into your sales report and that you're looking and seeing, okay, this is the amount that's due. Let me multiply that by 60%, and that's what the payment is going to be. If you need any help calculating your payment, please feel free to reach out to the product sales team. We can let you know how much the payment is going to be initiated for. The last payment is a little bit easier because it's just for the final amount due. We will go ahead and upload the payments into eBuddy. So you'll be able to see after the 23rd, give us a little bit of time, a week or two, about a week, to see the payment in there. And then you will know exactly what is due April 9th, which will be the final payment. Please make sure that you are depositing all cash and checks in the troop accounts as quickly as possible when you receive them, so that you can make sure that everything is clear and ready to go for when these payments are initiated. Monitor the troop's account to make sure the payment's complete and that it's made for the correct amount. If you have any questions about the process of the payment, of how we do the payments or any of the dates, you can contact a member of the product sales team. If you have a question about a specific payment, I don't have access to that. My team doesn't have access to that, but the finance team would be very happy to help you with that information. So Just want to make sure that we're all reaching out to the correct people, but if you call or email us, we'll definitely make sure to get you in contact with the appropriate person. A few more things here quickly about some reward opportunities. The top troop reward is something that every troop can earn. So again, another golden opportunity here for troops. And troops can earn 5 cents per box in shop credit when they meet the requirements for this reward. So there's 3 base requirements, which are here: the selling average, completing your payment authorization and your payments, and then participating in initial order. So those are some simple ones. And then there are some other requirements that are inside your troop guide. So when you are talking to the girls about the cookie program, they can select which 2 of those they would like to work towards during the program. So there's one about goal setting, there's one about submitting a picture. So there's a couple different things that they can do in some different parts of the program in order to earn this reward. So that's definitely a conversation that you want to have with the girls at the end of the program. So after you meet those basic requirements and then the 2 requirements that you chose, you're going to submit the form online. It's not up there just yet because no one has earned this yet, but definitely we will have it up there in April for troops to complete. This is the same process that we had last year with the electronic form, and it worked really well. So we're going to continue on using that for this year. The final rewards, those are based on every single box of cookies sold from January 6th through April 1st. You'll see those denoted on the girls' order card, and that's actually the majority of the rewards on that card are for final sales. So this includes initial order sales, cookies for heroes, digital cookie, anything the girls sold at cookie booths or through goal getters. It really is the whole bag here. Everything that they've done comes down here to the final rewards. Important note, though, is that the boxes have to be moved under the girl's name in eBuddy in order for her to actually earn that reward. So please make sure when you're looking at the eBuddy instructions or the eBuddy webinars that will be coming out that you understand how to allocate those boxes to the girls so that they receive credit for all of their sales. Again, these are on the back of the girls' order cards, but here's just a couple of the rewards that they can earn. A note about the sea turtle there, you'll see that she actually hatches. And then the My Cookie Friend is a component that's on the Little Brownie Baker website. And when the girls actually receive their turtles this spring, they'll be able to go on and print out a birth certificate for them and do some fun activities online there as well. So some really fun stuff. And again, the girls are the ones who voted on these items, and we think they did a really good job. So we're happy to have quite a range of different rewards available to the girls. So what's next here? These are just some steps that are gonna get you through the next couple weeks here and ready to roll in the cookie program. So number 1, make sure all your girls are registered and they've got their annual consent forms on file. Then you just know that parents, girls, everyone's on the same page and ready to go. Number 2, review the cookie program materials. So you can look at the materials that I pointed out that are up on the website. You should look at especially the troop guide and then the other resources that were given to you by your service unit cookie manager. You want to go ahead and schedule your troops cookie training. So make sure, select the date with your co-leaders. Make sure that the girls and their families know the date and the time of when they're going to be able to get their cookie items and discuss the program. We want to make sure that as many girls are there as possible. Check your email. A, for cookie recipe emails, and again, if you're not receiving those, please just let us know so we can get you on the distribution list. But B, to make sure that you are getting your digital cookie email, which will be coming to you as a volunteer on December 18th. So please just make sure that you have that date on your calendar and that you're looking at your personal email that day. And then log into eBuddy. We're not going to open up till January 2nd, so you don't have to worry about any of that during holiday time or the break that the kids have, but starting January 2nd, we will have eBuddy open so you can log in, take a look. If you get in there and you see, if there's a girl in your troop who shouldn't be there, maybe she transposed a number or something when she registered, just let us know. If you have to add girls to the system, you can go ahead and do that as well. But definitely just log in so you can take a look at what's going on with that system. Sort sort of the steps after that will be outlined for you in the cookie recipe emails that you'll be getting. We'll be posting on Rallyhood throughout the program as well. And of course, your Service Unit Cookie Manager will be communicating with you too. So, you know, they may have had their training in November or December for cookies, but you'll be receiving information and discussing cookie program items during Service Unit meetings in January, February, and March as well. So definitely more info to come when it's a little bit more timely. And of course, your cookie booth information will be coming in February so that you guys are all set for your booth sales taking place in March. So I do want to say thank you again for taking on the Cookie Manager role in your troop. Please do let us know if you have any questions. You can contact the product sales team with the information here, or you can contact your Service Unit Cookie Manager. If you don't know who your Service Unit Cookie Manager is, let us know, and we've got a whole list of everybody, all the cookie managers in the council. So just, you know, drop us a line, give us a call, and we'll be happy to point you in the right direction as far as who to contact. So thank you. I hope you all enjoyed the presentation and that you have an altogether awesome cookie season.